morning, good morning. Yeah. I want you to catch hands with your neighbors next to you. Join hands. Your kin folks. The stranger next to you. The enemy also next to you. Just join hands and let's find out ways that we can touch each other in spirit and in truth, in love and in empowerment. Hold on now. Hold on while Brother Ron Swisher prays for us.
Lord, as we come to celebrate, we always hope that we see ourselves more clearly, that we feel more deeply, that we listen more carefully, because we want our hopes and our dreams and goals stirred and realized. Your Spirit touches us and makes us want to go deeper and higher and further in our lives. If we're lacking in love, fill our gaps and help us overcome our barriers. If we are insensitive and selfish, show us a better way. If we're too narrow in our perspective and outlook on life, broaden us that we might be inclusive and understanding and open to the truth that sets us free, and be proud of who we are. Lord, this morning, if we are despairing and hurting, send your compassion and comfort and support our way. If we are hungry and homeless, provide the sustenance and security we need. If we are ill and disabled, give us the strength and courage to go on, that we might feel the genuine support of others. If we are bereaved this morning and grief has gripped us, soothe us with your comfort and give us greater understanding of our grief and greater release. Oh Lord, free us all from the rationalizations that we use and say to ourselves to escape responsibility. Those rationalizations that blame our past, that blame others, that blame our circumstances, that blame our temperament. Instead of blaming, let us move forward with courage and strength, that we might find your grace that makes us new, your mercy that never gives up on us, and your Spirit that gives us faith and hope. Amen. Hallelujah. Right on. Shalom. And salam.
We're going to do this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. You don't know the words are on the wall. I want you to sing them with us. This little light of mine, can you sing it? Come on, sing it with us now. Here we go. I said, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of Turn around and embrace your brothers and sisters. Embrace each other. There are seats available. This is the first time I've been able to say this in the church in months. But today is Gay Pride Day. And we're going to try to get everybody out here about 5 minutes after 12, all right? We should pull it off, hopefully. So there are seats. You don't have to stand up right now, at least. There's seats available. What are we going to do now, Dan? Oh, thank you. All right. May I at this time present to you the incredible, I mean incredible, soul-singing Glide Ensemble.
after. His sunny smile is my only light. To love him now is the sole thing I'm after. I'll make his melody my life. He came to me when I knew I lost the meaning, lifted the shadow from across my way. He touched my heart with that sweet song he was singing, brought back the sun into my day. Oh, he is my Jesus, and I'm a witness to the wonder of his way. Oh, he is my Jesus, solitary reason for my day. And sometimes when my burdens seem too overbearing, my Jesus turns my tears with a single sight. He taught me love, the love we both sharing. Right now, he's every reason why. Oh, he is my Jesus, and I'm a witness to the wonder
Hallelujah. Let's praise God. Jesus, the forces of Satan. And all that I ask of you right now is that you let me hide myself in thee. Standing up here all alone, Lord, I can't make it on my own. No, you see, I need your help, Lord, so I can carry on. I need your help. I need your help. Oh, Lord, I need your help, Lord. I need your help. Oh, I need your help, Lord. I need your help. Yes, Lord, I need your help, Lord. You see, yes, I'm running for life. Well, Lord, I keep running for life. Jesus, sweet Jesus, I need your help this very hour. I try to do good, but it seems that I'm surrounded by Satan's power. Savior, blessed Savior, why don't you hear my desperate cry? Oh, you see, the seconds of time, they are taking away, and the devil's doing all it's can and trying to make me straight. I need your help. I need your help. Yes, Lord, I need your help. Master, I need your help. I need your help. Take my trembling hand, Lord. I need your help. You see, yes, I'm running for life. Yes, Lord, I am running for life. Yeah. But I'm running, well, Lord. Woo! I'm running for my life now. You see, I'm running, yeah, Lord. Running for my life. Come on, help me choir, say it again. I have so many troubles in my life, but I can't let those troubles get me down. There's nothing in this world can make me turn loose of God's hand. Just as long as I hold his hand, I know everything will be alright, yeah. Just as long as I hold his hand, yeah. Yes, Lord, oh, I need your help now. I need your help, Lord. Take my trembling hand, Lord. Running. Just running for my life, you see. There's nothing in this world can make me turn to God's hand. Just as long as I hold his hand, I know everything will be alright. Yeah. Oh Lord, I need your help now. Master, I need your help. Take my trembling hand, Lord. You see, I'm running for life. Well, Lord, I'm running. Yeah, Lord, yeah. Amen.
It's Roosevelt. Thank you. Thank you very much. We would like to invite anybody who's here today to become a part of our extended family, our fellowship, our community, our church, whatever term you use. I'm trying to name off a number of names that people use in regards to the church, but we want you. I want you to know that after the 9 o'clock, we had 25 people to join the church. Isn't that something? I think one thing that helped it out, though, was what I said. And I want to give credit to everybody else, to Melba, Dr. Chavez, who was here, and the Glide Ensemble, and the people that we had 9, and the music, everything. But I have made, what we got to do, folks, is in about 2 Sundays, we're going to give the membership cards so you can have good seats and comfortable seats. And the visitors, especially from way over there, gonna have to go to the balcony or something, really. And what I'm saying is, I want to make sure that the folks who have made a commitment are here first, and that you don't have to come an hour ahead of time to get a seat. When you come 30, 15, whatever, hopefully you're gonna get a seat from now on. Not now on, but when we give the cards out. And then we want those who are with us all the time also to become a part of that. What we're trying to do is, we're overcrowded, folks. And we love it. Overcrowd us, please, okay? Continue that. But we want to make it comfortable for some of the people that have been with us here for a long time. So much, I think that's the reason so many folks join church. They want to make sure they get a good seat, right? Well, I'm being honest about it. Yeah.
How many members we got?
We got 7,225. Yeah. Thank you for that. Right after this celebration, go to that door, and the first door to your left. Become a part of us. Now, I want you, listen, is there anybody that can sign like this, man? Isn't that something? Yes, sir. Tom and Vert, come on, Tom. Tom's going to take up the offering, and I think Alberta's going to make the announcement. Here, Tom.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name's Tom. I am so blessed and thankful that my life somehow brought me to Glide about 8 years ago, and that I had the common sense to stay put. One of my joys here is that I get to be one of the co-facilitators of the Glide Advocates for Diversity, and we meet every Tuesday at 6:30 downstairs in Freedom Hall. I'd like to invite you to join us. Not this Tuesday, we're not going to be here this Tuesday, but any other Tuesday, come on down. We're a discussion action group, and right now what we're doing is we're reading Cornel West's book, Race Matters, and using that as a discussion base for us, so please join us. It's my privilege to ask you to dig deep into your pockets. About a year ago, Cecil was talking about how conservative people give their money to conservative organizations to control the outcome. And in my mind, I said, well, of course, that's why I give my money to Glide, because I want to control where my money goes, and I want to know that it's going for good stuff. And it does that at Glide. It doesn't go to overhead, it doesn't go into somebody's pocket, it goes for programs. The biggest program we have here at Glide is our meals program, which serves over 1.1 million meals a year. That's 3 meals a day, 365 days out of the year. But the biggest part about the meals program is that it's a gateway for people to come into the other programs. People who start out in the food line eventually get into a recovery program, get into anger management, and become a part of the Glide family in an extended way. And still, we see them in the food line, and they're still a part of it, and we're providing that support for them. And I want to see that continue. The other thing I want to see continue is our children's program run by Joyce Hayes, which is outstanding, outstanding. I teach public school in Oakland. I'm a 4th grade teacher, and my only wish is that I taught in San Francisco so that all of my 4th graders could be a part of the children's program here, so that they could receive the tutoring, the mentoring, the computers and you on an ongoing daily basis. And I want to welcome children here and just tell the children's program what an outstanding job they're doing. Ushers, would you start from the back, please? Since it's Gay Pride Day, I get to come out at church and and I also want to speak to those of you who aren't lucky enough to be gay or lesbian.
Now, what other church in America could you say that?
I was raised very Catholic in Nebraska, and With very loving parents who just did not know what to do with not only the fact that I was gay, but my brother is also gay. Double whammy. Bless their hearts. But you know, we're all on a journey. We're all on a journey, a personal journey within ourselves. I don't care where you're at. You're on a journey to move forward in your life. And that is what my mother has tried to do from the get-go. But it was hard. And I remember a number of years ago she said to me, I accept the fact that I have 2 gay children. I don't think that I will ever approve of that. And it hit me, and I really heard it, and I heard about, I kind of saw where she was in her journey to deal with this. And not only to deal with it, but to make peace with it and to love her children and to embrace them in a way. And not only have I seen her going from accepting it to approving of it to being an advocate of that. And I don't care what issue we're talking about. I don't care if we're talking about gay and lesbian issues, if we're talking about race issues, if we're talking about gender, class. It's the same. And until we all get to a point where we're willing to advocate for other people, when we hear a joke, a slanderous joke, and we're able to stand up and say, that bothers me, and this is why it bothers me. It's so important. It's so important. When my mom called and told us about the big family reunion in Carroll, Iowa this summer, she also made it very clear to bring my partner, friend, Bill with me, who is just, that's advocating and putting it out there and asking about us and making sure that everything's okay. And that's what I want to see happen. So, thank you. Verdith is going to do the announcements.
That's my choir. I only have a minute, and at 49 years of age, a minute's not long enough, but I have 3 things to say. 2 of them are milestones in my life, and the third one is just a belief and an observation that I have. The first milestone was on February 25th, 1985. I put down the cocaine pipe and have not picked it up. The second milestone is that in 1997 I had the distinct pleasure of producing the Glide Ensemble's 3rd CD. And my belief and observation is that you don't read much in the Bible about Jesus Christ having a best friend. If he were to come back today, this man and that woman would be his best friends. And I won't go into detail as to how much they have helped my life. All I can say is that since being at Glide for the last 5.5, 6 years, I have realized every goal I ever set for myself. So now I've got to go back to the table. And now for the announcements. To make sure that no one goes hungry on the 4th of July, there will be a bag lunch making on Thursday evening, July 3rd, between 5 and 9. So those of you who have already got your meats and stuff ready for the 4th, you can come in and help us get ready. We'd like to welcome all visitors to the information table down in Freedom Hall. You'll find all kinds of volunteer places that you can put yourself into, and trust me, you will definitely receive benefits. And CDs and tapes of the Glide Ensemble, T-shirts, sweatshirts, books by Cecil, Jan, and the children, and just basically getting to know people who come here to Glide. And I've learned to open up myself and tolerate people a little bit more.
At the 9 o'clock, we had Dr. Nelba Chavez to speak, and she was terrific, from Washington, D.C. And she talked about the children, and Jen serves on her advisory committee. It is SAMHSA, which is the thrust of the federal government to deal with mental health and prevention, drug prevention, as well as recovery and treatment. And she said that Jen was her boss. I had previously said Jen was my boss. Jen is the lady that I'm married to, and I'm so glad. I'm going to say this real quick because we got to sing. But she spoke at a conference on Friday morning. Ooh, Lord, I tell you. She's got to give this speech here. Yes. It is one of the most powerful speeches I have ever heard her give. So she's got to do here in the near future. Something is happening. Really it is. Something's happening. No doubt about it. Now we're going to sing Love to Give, a song that we wrote, John and Ron and Jen and myself. Love to Give. We're going to do that right before I speak. Okay?
When you feel the Spirit call and you come to give your all, and your life needs love and care, and nobody seems to be there. What a joy, what a life to live. Just reach out and reach within. Let the Spirit's touch begin. Now's the time, tongues will blaze. Lift your voices in loud praise. What a joy, what a life to live. What a joy, what a life to live.
And what a joy, what a life, and what a place, what a people, and what a gift, what a moment, oh, I've got love to give.
What a healing, what a joy, what a faith, what a hope, what a love, what a joy. When you love to give, when you feel the Spirit call and you come to give your all, and your life needs love and care, and nobody seems to be there. What a joy, what a life to live. Just reach out and reach within. Let the Spirit's touch begin. Now's the time, tongues to blaze. Lift your voices in loud praise. What a joy, what a life to live. What a joy, what a life to live.
And what a joy, what a life, and what a place, what a people, and what a gift, what a moment, oh, I've got love to give.
What a healing, what a joy, what a faith, what a hope, what a love, what a joy. When you love together,
And what a life, what a love, and what a place, what a home.
what a gift, what a moment. When we love together.
Oh, love to give.
Gay, Lesbian, Transgender, Bisexual Pride Day. Inspired by the words of Judy Grahn, ho and ho, poor death. We do not hold hands with you or believe in you. From the love we give at Glide Church, I've written this poem for World AIDS Day. We've been thoroughly taken by life, death. We give nothing of ourselves to you, death. We list our losses in voices like thunder. The face of the sky awakens. Names are written across our eyes, too many names. But their lives like rain feed us, heal us. We speak in languages that all understand, that greed and fear will not crush us, nor escape in our silences. Indifference and genocide will not be tolerated, nor neglect of any race or class or age or gender or sexual orientation. No, no, death will not feed on us nor profit from us, because love has consumed us. Compassion ignites us, and we blaze like bright ribbons from the sun.
Thank you. Thank you, Glide Ensemble. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When I heard about what was taking place at Disneyland, the fact that the Southern Baptist Convention said that they were going to boycott Disneyland because Disneyland had begun to relate to gays in a human way, and it opened up privileges and opportunities for gays and lesbians, bisexuals to participate, go down to Disneyland and have some fun. And maybe Southern Baptists are not into fun, I don't know, but they said in unequivocal terms that they would boycott. I said at the 9 o'clock, I did not know at that time that we had a busload of Southern Baptists up in the balcony. And even if I had known, I still would have said it. You know You know me. I said that I thought that Southern Baptists were unchristian with the hate and with the fact that they are full of homophobia, and it is without any doubt the most disservice that any group of people could relate to any other group of people. It is inhuman, it is unchristian, and it is certainly not in compassion. And so to the Southern Baptists, I would say to you, like a lot of us, you got a long ways to go, baby. I think in Matthew, in the New Testament, the gospel meaning good news, the good news that comes to a people at that time is the fact that the gospel writer says, but the people's heart has grown dull. Their ears are heavy of hearing, and their eyes, they have closed. That is what has happened to so many people as we enter into the 21st century. They're dull. Their ears, their eyes, their hearts, their soul. It's just kind of gone down. Man called me the other day and said, Cecil, can you get some of your people to come? I'm on the freeway. Can you get some people to come and fix a flat tire for me? I said, brother, have you ever fixed a flat tire before? Yeah, but I thought I'd pay some of your people $2 to come over here and help me. And I said to him, I tell you what, you come over here and we give you $2. I know he's gone dull. He's dull. I can tell by the way that he talked. He didn't understand poor people's plight. If he had, he would have been over here working and cleaning the street around Glide and helping to serve and work with people. No, he went his way. He thought that he'd help the poor folks out. You know, that always gets me. We're going to help you poor folks out. And so what they do, like somebody called the other day and said, we got a lot of clothes to give to the poor. And we said, what do they look like? Oh, they're so nice. So I said to somebody, go look at those clothes. And don't take no truck over there. Just go drive over there in a car. Because I want you to look at those. Went over there and the clothes were off. They were dirty, dingy, smelly. I told him when he called back and said, Cecil, they're awful. He said, I wouldn't have them. I said, if you wouldn't have them, nobody else would have them. So let them go. Let them stay over there. We get dull. Our senses are dull to poor folks. Our senses are dull when it comes to homophobia. Where in the world did people get homophobia from anyway? You know, I said last Sunday that maybe what we need to do is catch whatever it is so folks don't be around those gays because you'll catch what they got. I told them maybe we need to catch some of what they got, okay? What are we afraid of? What are we so afraid of? Our lives are built with fears, all kinds of fears. I don't want to get close to you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to touch you. Might get what you got. Don't put your arms around me. Maybe you need some love. Maybe you could get some love to give if you get some love. Eyes are dull. What we need to do is find ways, I think, to create what I suggested last week when I said that maybe love should be like a lightning rod. You know, we need to be electrocuted into love. Let me put it another way, because some of you think I'm talking about death. We need something to hit us hard. And you know, love, we think love is my shit. You know, love, I don't want to let you know. No, love is strong. Love is powerful. Love, Jan said last week, love sweats. Spirituality sweats. You know, ain't no need of you talking about, oh, we want to be religious. You know, we're going to be religious and not sweat. You know, if you're going to be religious, you got to sweat some. You know, don't come to Glide thinking that you're going to sit up here and just kind of like enjoy what's going on. We just enjoy what's going on. You come here, you're going to sweat while you're here. Yeah, you're going to sweat. I'm going to make them sweat. Yeah, I'm going to make them sweat. Yeah. Here's why we got to sweat. I look in the paper and look at the news, and then I get calls about what are we going to do? One African American will be registered in the new class, the freshman class at Bolt. Bolt is a lawyer's school. Bolt College, Bolt University, it's the University of California. It's law school. One African American out of over 400 new. And all the African Americans that were going to go there said, we can go to Harvard. They went to Harvard, to Yale, to Princeton. Because they felt like that affirmative action wasn't going to work at University of California anymore. And Ward Conley, that man, that black man, I'm sorry, he's not black, that man. No, he's not black. He's not black, I'm sorry. We don't know where he came from. We're still trying to work that one out. You know, we just know he didn't come from where we came from. You know, the fact that he would lead the fight in the state of California to do away with affirmative action and just simply said, well, people will be able to have diversity because they merit it. And we don't merit nothing. I mean, what we got to do is make sure that when we get together because we want to, and because there's a demand on us saying, you better get together, because if you don't, you will never get together. Somebody said the other day, oh, we will just naturally be with each other. Ain't no natural being with each other. You choose to come here because something's going on here. You choose to come here because you want something to happen to you. You choose to come here because once you're here, when you leave, you go away, sort of put out like maybe those Southern Baptists were, you leave from here rejoicing, saying, hey, yeah, I'm going back again. I've been touched this morning. I've been moved this morning. Something's going on. The Spirit's got me. I made a mistake. And Jan knows this more than anybody else. Some years ago, when we had a lot of big names coming to Glide, famous people, and I made a mistake of what I did was, I saw them as famous and did not see them as human. Hear me now, I'm going down now, come on. Come on. Come on. Didn't see them as human. And so therefore, every week, now when I was out on the street, Jan and I, somebody would come up to us, a lot of folks, when is Sammy going to be at Glide? And they'd call names, I won't call any more names. And I'd say, you know, they're more interested in when they're going to be there than they are in the church. So I said, I'm going to do something about that. I mean, if you come to Glide, you can't be coming here just to see famous people. You got to come here and meet you and do something about you. You got to come here. And I'm so glad that we've got some models that we're dealing with now. And you know, I talked last Sunday about Barno at U2 and how we went to his concert the other night, and he stood up and talked about the church and what the church meant to him. He didn't say, I'm going over there because I want folks to look up to me or notice me. He said, I'm going over there because I'm getting something from that church. This past Friday, we had an invitation to go up on a movie set. This may embarrass the person this morning, but I'm going to tell it anyway. You can jump on me if you want to, but I'm going to tell it. We were invited up there and got sent 2 buses, and Jan and I went in a driven car. And when we walked out of Glide, all the folks were standing out there looking and say, where y'all get that from? We say, we just got it for 4 hours, all right? Huh? Say it again. The chauffeur was white. Oh, and the chauffeur was white. I'm sorry. Boy, you're something, man. Leave it up to Jan. Thank you, Jan. Thank you. And we went on the set because we had an invitation to go, and we have tried to be with this person in ways that her fame, certainly it matters. But no, when she came here differently. She didn't come here with her head above everybody. She started right with the folks. When she came here, she started with the folks. You hear me? Am I right about that? Yeah. And starting with the folks, that was one thing. It said to, wait, we got her one. He is different. She is different. There have been now a number of people that have begun to come through here. You see them on the screen. You see them on your television. So you see them quite often. They come in, they're here, you know. And they're finding something here. There is sustenance here for everybody. There's spirituality here for everybody. There is a kind of community here for everybody. And so when she introduced me and the group, Jan and everybody else there last Friday, she said, I found a community. That's something. I found a community. And I just want you to know that Sharon Stone is one of our friends. No doubt about it. One of our own. Yeah. See, what I wanted to tell you is it all depends on how you come. How you come. You know, I said last week, we got to make things count. We don't make things count enough in our lives. Well, I'm going to tell you today, it all depends on how you come. What you're open to, see. We could do away with homophobia if we would just be open to the fact that those scriptures in the Old and New Testaments are outdated, outmoded, and don't say nothing about people. We could be ahead of ourselves in regards to race relations. Because without any doubt, Cornel West is right, so right on. When he talks about, in his book, Faith and Community, when he says that what we've got to do is look at how we can turn our rage, and he's using Malcolm X there. By the way, Jan and I knew Betty Shabazz very, very much so. And she's a great loss, not only to the African American community, but to the community of humankind.
That's right.
Amen. But he says, what we've got to realize is that we can use our rage in a different way. He said Malcolm in his latter days began to use his rage in a way that took on issues, not only like racism, but sexism. Not only sexism, but homophobia. See, we don't get upset enough about homophobia. I'm going to use my rage against homophobia wherever I go. I don't care where it is. From the bottom of the United States to the top of the United States. I'm going to use my rage to let people know that it is inhuman to treat somebody like they are not human because they are different in their sex life. I'm going to use my rage against white supremacy. I'm going to use my rage against the church, no matter which one it is. If you don't include everybody in your fold, you're going to hear from me one way or the other. We need to intensify our passion because time is running out. We must intensify our passion. If you're against something, you don't just sit up and say, well, I'm against it. You start getting up wherever you are, and you let whoever is there know, as Tom suggested, no matter what it is. You stand up and you let them know. I believe that this is an inhuman act, that it's an act against God's people, all of God's people, and that all of us, you tell them I said to say this, you say this to them. All of us are created in the image of God, and if that's the case, nobody should be left out. Nobody should be left out. If they tell you or say to you, but how do you know what God looks like? Just say, look at us. Look at us. That's what God looks like. Look at us. Look at all of us. Just look at us. You want to know what God looks like? Well, how does God act? Just say, like we're trying to act. We're trying to make something happen. We want it to count. We know God's way ahead of us, but we're not going to be left far behind. We're going to catch up with God one of these days, and God's going to swoop down like a bolt of lightning of love, and we're going to be swept up, and we're going to be shocked, and we're going to be electrified, and we're going to shout, and we're going to sing, and we're going to dance, and we're going to have community, and we're going to say, what a great family, what a great communion. Yes, we will. Get Sharon. Stay up. I got to tell you, when we were over there the other day on Friday, we were singing I'm Blessed, and Sharon and one of her friends jumped up and ran and started singing with the choir ensemble. So Sharon, they loved your singing. Before we go, you want to
That's only because they like me.
I know you're going to be leaving, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to be here a few more weeks, but I came up here to make a movie. I was thinking about this before you totally put me out.
Take it there.
When I came here, I looked at all the programs and all the things, and I wasn't homeless, but I was communityless. And I think that anyone who stands in their individuality and stands boldly with a loving heart is always going to get a little resistance. And I found a place to come here at Glide where I could be in my heart, and that was all it was. I didn't have to be famous, I didn't have to be saving the day, I didn't have to be selling a movie. I could just come here in my humanity and be in my love and in my heart, and that's a tremendous gift in my life, and I appreciate it, and I thank you.
We have 2 interns for a few weeks here with us. Kristen, hold your hand up there. Turn around. What? Soroya, thank you. There's Soroya there, over there. An intern also. Stand up, Soroya. We will have a number of interns coming in September, a rather large number. But here's what's going to knock you out. The Russians are sending social workers to Glide. So we can train them. All right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's sing We Shall Overcome. We shall overcome.